Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are going to be taking a look at what I have going for my loadouts to start the year. Fresh off of some unboxings, got some interesting ones lined up, and I forget if I've done one of these, but this is my usual scout loadout right here. Got my unusual bottle cap with the steaming effect, my dapper summer shades, and then my comfortable airborne attire with the fancy spellbook. And usually for Halloween, I will trade out the summer shades with, should be right here, the grounded flyboy, painted purple, because Criticola is the best. But yeah, this is my Halloween loadout normally, and then, like I was showing off, anytime it's not Halloween, it's just the summer shades. The white summer shades. Then for the weapons, I got the Killstreak Soda Popper, my professional Killstreak Capper, and the fish. Got the Holy Mackerel. Alrighty, my second loadout is my Force of Nature loadout. Went for Mafia Money Runner with this one. Got the Triad Trinket, the first unusual that I ever unboxed, the Vivid Plasma Federal Casemaker, and the Dillinger's Duffel. And then over here we have the Festive Force of Nature, the pistol, and again the fish. This one I was trying to go for a Reaper loadout because when I first thought of going under my username for the YouTube channel, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to have a Reaper loadout for all the classes. That became extremely hard for some of these classes. So I got the Spookticles, the White Gourd Grin, and the Spooky Shoes with the fancy spellbook once again. And then I have the Soda Popper, the Capper, and then my Strange Frying Pan. And yes, I do still have a regular pan. But yeah, that's loadout C, and then loadout D on all of my classes I have dedicated for MVM. So, Force of Nature, Mad Milk, Fan of War is the weapon loadout. Although Force of Nature, at least with how I play Scout, I tend to flop between either that or Soda Popper, just because them extra jumps really help with trying to collect money and get around some of the enemies. Then I got the Bolt Boy with the Style 2 mask, the Blizzard Britches, and the tacky fuel injector. I just kind of liked how this looked. I'm trying to remember how exactly I described it when I first thought of it. But kind of like a cybernetic scout, cyberpunk scout kinda ish. I mean, as cyberpunk as you can get with Team Fortress. That one's it's a little hard to do cyberpunk in Team Fortress. But yeah, those are my scout loadouts. And then usually for all of the loadouts, the taunts are about the same. Of Shred Alert, Schadenfreude, Victory Lap, Conga, Kitsatsuki Kick, and Manrobics. It's usually the same for everybody. Now we'll move on to the Soldier. Here I got the Pontiac Grand Spam, which I do use this in MVM a lot because the Beggars is a little not overpowered, but it's easily broken. And it's probably my most preferred rocket launcher. And then I got Diet Crits. Got the Festive buff banner back there. Very fun one. And then I got the Disciplinary Action, the Slaying Style Warpaint. And then got my Unusual Sophisticated Smoker, a Veteran's Attire, and a Mistaken Movember. And then this is kind of like my grizzled yet dapper soldier. And then that, and I really like the combination of the Movember with the Sophisticated Smoker. I think that is probably one of the better beard mustache combos that you can get in the game. And without painting either of them, the style and the color of the facial hair blends together pretty well. And then I got the Jungle Inferno Contractor back there. And then this is my holidays Merry Christmas soldier. The neckwear, headwear. It's fancy schmancy armament right there, and I painted them inaudibly green, because I figured this needed a little bit more green than red. And then I have the dark styled Dead of Night with the fancy spell book back there, and once again the Slaying Style Disciplinary Action, the festivized Snow Globalization Shotgun, and the Truly Feared Festive Black Box with all of its tape for the Christmas lights on the side. And C, I forgot that I had my Halloween loadout still loaded up. This is the ghoul getting eagle. Once again with the beggars. And then I got the panic attack on this one and the disciplinary action again, because it's the best it's one of the best utilities in the game, in my opinion. But yeah, Haun'em Freedom Feathers, strange haunted ghoul gibbon gear, and then private maggot muncher. And of course, you got to keep the spell book for Halloween. And then here is my loadout for MVM for soldier. The Shelmet, which, funnily enough, this is the first cosmetic that I ever unboxed in Team Fortress. And it is painted Australian gold to go. And then I got Private Maggot Muncher hanging out. And then I got the Soldier Stogie, because a cigar and a cigarette is great. And then I got the Battery Canteen back there. And once again, Grand Spam, Diet Crits. And then I went for the Frying Pan, because you don't need the utility in MVM like you do in a regular match. And the only difference with taunts is I think I have Burst Chester and I have the Rocket Jockey. But yeah, that wraps me up for soldier. On to the Pyro. Now this is my undead bone servant walking the earth again. Just kind of slack-jawed a little bit, just a little bit. Got the Wandering Wraith, the Garish Bone Deliers, and then the Garish Coffin Kit, and the fancy spellbook. And then I have the Festivized Killstreak Degreaser. And then I got a few civilian grades a while back just to try something different and look at some of these different skins, because I really personally, I don't have like the craziest collection of skins, nor do I honestly care that much, but this one looked cool to me, so I picked it up. And then I bought a stat clock for it. And then here we have the Totally Bone Power Jack, because I thought it was a perfect fit for this loadout, being a bone cosmetic and all my bones on the on the loadout. So yeah. And then this one was my attempt at a kind of like a Reaper, kind of sorta. That, and I just think the Fearmonger is cool. And then once again got the Coffin Kit, and then got Lunatic Leathers, crafted by yours truly. And then we have the dueling minigame. Because I play Pyro so much, guys. I swear, so much. But then this is more of my quick switch loadout, which is why I have the Degreaser and the Panic Attack. Because it's like, just the switch time is almost instantaneous. And yes, there is a notable difference, say if you were just stock flamethrower and stock shotgun. It is very noticeable. And of course, the frying pan. And then this is my Pyro loadout of Degreaser, Snow Globalization Shotgun, and Home Wrecker, along with the Burning Question, the Hot Case, and the Mustachioed Man. Personally, this was one of my earliest loadouts that earliest that I've had for Pyro. I had the hat before I had the unusual version of it, so even without the unusual, I think this is a rather dapper looking Pyro if you want to go for a detective style Pyro. And then my MVM loadout is a little goofy with this one, and I don't know why it doesn't have the battery canteen attached. But yeah, Neptune's Nightmare, Wanderer's Wear, and Pyro in Chinatown are my cosmetics for this one. Which this often ends up getting swapped around with the... I have it right here. With the Phlogistinator. Because always the Phlogistinator in, like, as you can see, tanks destroyed, 37. And that was me soloing them. But yeah. I do not think I have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything. Oh, wait. I had the Skullcracker. That is my special one for MVM Pyro. Moving on to the Demoman. This was my holiday loadout this year. And it was before I got some of the cool... It's before I got this hat specifically. Because this is going to be my new holiday hat. It's basically a holiday version of the Bills. Or of Bill's hat, rather. So, I love it. But, got the Sub-Zero suit. The ornament armament. And Colonel Kringle. And the somewhat threatening, festivized, gift-wrapped Iron Bomber. I think I opened the Strange skin, I think, last year at some point. And then, or I'd been sitting on it for a minute. I forget when I got it. But I was like, I don't have an Iron Bomber and I want a Strange one. So I made one. And then the lethal, or sufficiently lethal, Festive Charging Targe. And, of course, I've got the Killstreak Eyelander Festive. And this was one of the first weapons that I ever unboxed. Crazy to think that I still have it all these years later. B, this is my Reaper loadout. And just look at that crazy eye from the Death Stare. Then I got the Dark Age Defender and a Stormy Storm Spiky Viking. And then got the booties, the Splendid Screen, and the Skull Cutter. Totally boned Skull Cutter. It's alright. But yeah, this is my trying to help stop our team from being spawn camped loadout, because the survivability with the skull cutter and the screen is crazy, and I have the spike style on the skull cutter or on the splendid screen. Loadout C is my new loadout, and I love that there's minimal clipping from having the Glasgow bankroll and the cool breeze, because this was one of the first ideas I had once I saw the Glasgow bankroll. Oh, it's a plaid suit. Well, I already have the kilt that's plaid, so might as well try and combine them together. And I think they look pretty good. And as you guys can probably tell by now, this is one of my favorite unusuals that I have. And then I got just the regular grenade launcher, my Australian sticky bomb launcher. Also, that is a true fact that it only took 4 tours to get. And I got the frying pan. And now for my MVM loadout. This Demoman tried to go on vacation, and his vacation did not go according to plan. Since I don't really use my grenade launcher when I play demo in MVM, I have the lock and load equipped, or the Twinkie tube, and I do occasionally switch this out with my Scottish resistance, but and then I have this just because I'd rather have a meme than try to get heads when people are ready to kill steal. Because not everybody respects you trying to get heads in MVM. And then demo, I do have the most taunts for. I have the Skill Gotten Gains Pooped deck, Skill Gotten Gains Obliterated, the Screaming Tiger Spent Well Spirits, and the 72 Bad Pipes. And yeah, Demoman was the first class that I ever tried to play seriously. And then we move on to my main nowadays, the Heavy. Give me one. This is my boxer loadout, or strongman, however you want to see it. Got my white heavyweight champion belt in all of its glory. And then the fancy schmancy mustachioed man again. And then a fancy heavy lifter. And then I got my Australian Tommy Slav, my festive sandwich, and then the Killstreak bread bites. Now this was my new loadout that I found for Christmas. Well, shortly after Christmas. And with that last unboxing, I found the last piece of the puzzle that I was missing. So I got the strange Cuban bristle crisis. Still have yet to christen it in-game yet. Heavy heating and Colonel Kringle. With my... And I swap between the minigun and the Tommy Slav so much now. It's hard to pick which one I'd say I use more. I think I still use the Tommy more, but here's my festivized Macabre Web MK2 minigun with the festive sandwich and the holiday punch. And then the usual loadout, or, well, one of, with the Bunsen Brave, the Miami Knights, Bunsen Brave, the Viking Braider, painted brown. And then this gets switched. I switch between that and the Hawaiian shirt. And then, like I said, this one gets switched out for the Tommy so much that it's hard to say which one gets used more. But always the bread bite on this one. And then, of course, for all of these, this one has the spell book, but A and C have the dueling minigame attached. And then D is my MVM loadout. I personally always go with the Brass Beast. And there you go. You can look at its stats. 6,000 robots destroyed. 748 giants destroyed. And 1 kill. Had to get 1 kill with it just to christen it. And then Sandwich in the bread bite again. And then Vivid Plasma, Starboard Crusader, Fabulous Tsar Platinum, and the fashionable Mama Kiev. And if you look at her, the neck does bob up and down, and side to side. Yeah, I don't think I have... Oh, I got the Square Dance and the Skull Cracker for this one. But yeah, there we go. There's Heavy. We're halfway done. Now it is time to move on to the Engineer. And this is my first loadout for the NG. But before I start going through everything, I wanted to thank you all for watching. And thank you all for tuning into this video. And if you could just take this time, if you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button and drop a like on this. Or a comment, either or, but both is preferred. I would like to hear what you guys have to say about what you think of my loadouts. Anything that you would try, how it differs from your own. And I don't have the strange one equipped. What the heck? There we go. But yeah, this is my first loadout. This is more of my trying to keep the sentry up loadout. That's why I got the Rescue Ranger on here. And I enjoy the capper more than the regular pistol. So that's why I use that. And then Frost Ornamented Jag. Once again, I just used the war paint because I did not have a Jag and I needed one at the time. And my Strange Construction PDA. I finally got one of those. Took me a minute of trading, but I finally was able to get one. And then what I got for my cosmetics here is the Strange Dust Bowl Devil, the Tacky Professor Specs, and the Sharp Trash Toter. Words. Words are getting kind of hard right now. But yeah, that's my first loadout for NG. B is kind of, I don't know. This one's more my goofy, like super cart heavy NG loadout. So usually just roll regular shotgun, and then usually when you are playing payload, it's really easy to just spam the short circuit, so that's what I do as well. And then Gunslinger, because mini sentries on offense are entertaining as hell. And then I got the second-hand mandatory attire. It's strange, that's why I lost my tongue for a second. But yeah. It's the strange mandatory attire. And I went with this style because, let's see if I can get a better look. There it is. I like the look on the tie there with the little wagon. And then I got my Bills hat and my strange Western wraps on. We're on to loadout C now with, this is just another one of the other loadouts that I got. Nothing, no gimmick or nothing going on with this one. But I got the Panic Attack, the pistol, the Jag, and that's this loadout with the Sophisticated Smoker, Dead of Night, and once again, the mandatory attire. And get the little spell book back there. And then this is my MVM loadout. I honestly never have seen the need to run the whatchamacallit? Why am I blanking on the names? The Wrangler. I've never seen the need to run a Wrangler in MVM. And for MVM, I do think that the wrench works the best for you. But yeah, and then I got my Dead President's Timeless Topper here. And once again, the Trash Toter and the Mustached Man. I don't know. I felt this kind of looks like a Wild West villain. That's why I went with it. But yeah, that's all I got for NG. And next, on to the Medic. This is my just usual Medic loadout. I never switch off this one that much. If I do play Medic, I just switch out the Medigun. But there it is, my strange crossbow. Then there is the strange quick fix. And then the Ubersaw. And then what I got is my Ace's High Modest Pile of Hat, the 9-pipe Problem, and the Mustachioed Man once again. Like I said, this is probably one of my favorite mustaches. But now here we are on to my B loadout, and because I don't play Medic that much, I leave this one all year. And usually I end up switching out the Emerald Girardi most of the time. But yeah, got my Haunted Archimedes the Undying, and then my Haunted Voodoo Cursed Medic Soul. And that's the only thing that I got going on different with this one. Now my C loadout is usually my Battle Medic loadout. And by Battle Medic, I mean this is when I find a hard pocket to jump right behind and sit there on the front line trying to push in with them. Hence why I have my strange Kritzkrieg in there. Oh, I love that gun. And then I also have, because it's the only crossbow that I do own apart from, yeah, but I do got Australian Bluetsaugers. Yeah. No, that is the only crossbow that I do own. So it's on all my loadouts, because more healing is I think is a lot better than trying to deal damage as a medic. And then once again, the Ubersaw down there. And my MVM loadout is kind of just my goofy King of the Hats loadout. Medical Monarch, Unusual Towering Pillar of Hats, and then 9-pipe Problem. He is king of all of the hats. Especially, I mean, just like, look at that. He already looks like a king. And I do have the style as style 2 rather than style 1. Because I think I like the white style more, but that's just me. Now we're on to Sniper. And here it is. The craziest thing that I've unboxed to date. My strange, unusual Hawaiian Hunter. With a tropical camo and summer shades. Because he's always taken... Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the interesting part about this one, was that he's wearing 2 pairs of shades. Because just them sunbeams are so bright. With my professional kill streak, bizarre bargain, festive Girardi, and then this is a professional kill streak, Bushwhacker. And that is my A loadout here. My B loadout for sniper is, I call it a Rambo-like loadout, rather than, because I know everybody says that's Snake's headband. I like to see Rambo, because Rambo loves his bow and arrow. But I got the deep cover operative, the cami jammies, and the down under duster. And then, once again, so for all of the loadouts, the only thing that changes is usually the sniper rifle. So for this one, I have my strange killstreak huntsman. But on C, this is my Gator Man. And for Halloween, I switch. So after I got Rocco this summer, I ended up, once it hit Halloween, I usually switch it out to, not the Scaly Scrapers, where is it? I'll find it real quick right in here. Where did it go? I'm so confused right now. Right here. The Scoper's Scales. And this makes the sniper look like he's turning into the crocodile. And like, this is just the full Gator loadout for me. Got old Snaggletooth. Miami Knights. Got the Crocodile Dandy, the Scoper's Scales, or for most of the year, Rocco, because he just hangs out up there. And then got the Sydney Sleeper, Darwin's Danger Shield. Yes, I have the whole Croco style set going on. And then, of course, the Bushwhacker, leaving my calling card on all my victims. And then I don't really play Sniper and MVM, which is why I have the spell book attached. But yeah, this is about as good of a loadout as I got. Hitman's Heatmaker, Girardi, Bushwhacker again, but I got my purple Anger that I crafted, the Spookticles, and the Down Under Duster for this one. Not too in-depth. There's a slight clipping issue that I do not like with the Spookticles and the Anger right there, but since I don't have to look at it all the time, I just tolerate it. But yeah, those are my sniper loadouts. And here we are on to the last class, the Spy. So with this one, I tried to go for a Cad Bane loadout. If you ever seen Star Wars, well, he's now in, he gets murked off by Boba Fett. But in Star Wars The Clone Wars, Cad Bane, relentless bounty hunter, and was a freaking badass. One of my favorite characters. Got the big old diamond back up there. Killstreak, pro killstreak Wanga Prick. A cloak and dagger. And a snack attack. But I got the modest pile of hat, the Graylien, and then the tactical turtleneck. With the Jungle Inferno contractor back there. I don't have anything crazy for the taunt. Oop, went too far back. There we go. But on to the B loadout. The L'étranger. I got a diamond bot killer knife. The Quackenbert. And I just keep the snack attack. I enjoy all of the bread weapons. But then I got the Voodoo Vizier. And then the Chicago Overcoat. And the Backstabbers Boom Slang. Cute little snake right up there on the arm. But yeah. My C loadout was something that this one I change up quite frequently, depending on the time of year. I just so happened to try and make a Halloween, or not a Halloween, a wintry loadout for the Spy with some of the new cosmetics that I got, such as the cold-blooded coat, the infiltrator's insulation, and the brown bomber that I had on. And then I got, once again, Diamondback, Wanga Prick, Cloak and Dagger, and then this one I did switch it up to the Festive Sapper, because Merry Christmas. And this is just my goofy Spy Crab loadout. I need the Spy Crab slippers for this one to make it a complete one. But this is my MVM loadout. Nothing too different here. But yeah. No, oops. There we go.
And Spy Crab.
That's all I got for you guys this time around. I hope you enjoyed getting a look at my personal loadouts. And who knows, I might make one in the summer after we get new cases. Who knows? Who knows if we even get cases this year. But that's all I do have for you. Like I said earlier, if you could drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment, it is all appreciated. I love interacting with you. You guys are a rather fun crowd in there. At least the most of you that I've interacted in the comments with. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.